Well, yesterday was a fantastic day for ALR. We have reached the 600 subscriber mark. Yes, virtual high five to everyone that's done that. Thank you very muchly indeed. Then welcome to the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix for bronze. It is round 7 of this 24 round season, the longest season in bronze history. And I got to say, it is very finely poised in the championship. Reserves in here, which makes that, well, going on my reserve rant as usual, that means that we have had a total of 15 reserves this week already, which means that we're if we get 5 more tomorrow, then we might just have a reserve championship. Wow, goodness gracious me. But we have Casey Jennett, who makes their debut tonight. We also have LB making their debut tonight in the house as well. Echo Meister returning back to bronze after he had a bit of a difficult race last night in silver, but today is a new day. So good luck to all those drivers. Oh, and of course Harlow Falls as well in the Red Bull. So good luck to all those drivers out there tonight then. This is qualifying, and of course someone's already skipped the chicane, and that's my doing. This is qualifying then for round number 8 then, 7 of the championship. 18 minutes to decide on how the grid is going to line up for the Grand Prix coming up in just a jiffy, of course, with 2 laps around this circuit, and of course, old school circuit. If you're going to go off in a major way around here, of course, of course, we've got legendary turns around here, like the 2 Ravazzas and Acro Minerale, Toza as well. Then will be a Toza's not really much of a, it's just more of a cool corner name, isn't it? The Villeneuve chicane, of course, Tamburello as well. There's a lot of corners there around this circuit, isn't it? To say the least, well, I say a lot. There's only 19 turns compared to Saudi Arabia, who had 27 turns, didn't we, earlier on in the season? I've spent 3 minutes of this stream already, and I haven't even gone through the drivers and the constructors standings, Ed, which I probably should do, shouldn't I? Really? Hang on, let me get the old spreadsheet up, shall we? And let's take a quick look. So Dan leads the championship then. 12 points in front of Sikasmak, who is second. Sikasmak, first Grand Prix win of their career last month. Superb 17th. Marsky in a superb third. By the way, Marsky has driven in the last 3 silver races as well. Doing a very good job, Marsky. It's very good 17th. 4th position, Sarah Smasher. 5th position, Jenner. I don't think it's here tonight. LB would be... Oh, Jenner is here. I apologise profusely, Jenner. 6th position is Smithy Almighty. In front of teammate Kian, who is 7th. Craig are not here tonight. 8th position there. Of course, also 34 points with Rocket Lee. 30 points for Hungry Styles, who is the Haas that is missing tonight. Then we got Stephen Anthony in 11th position on their debut. Remember last week in Miami? Was it Miami? Miami, that, of course, could have got a win potentially. But great debut there for Stephen Anthony as well. Sarah in 12th position. Now Face Baby has got a problem with the wheel in 30. Dynamo Dan 14th, not here tonight, I don't believe. Dynamo Dan isn't, unfortunately for the Alpine team. Vintage, Duncan Dave, Donna the Dons out, the other drivers that have scored. Real Ashton, Swan Shanks and Movement have yet to put a point on the board then. Sigismund goes fastest on a 15 then to set us on our way then. albeit Sick as Muck's car is already a bit grubby there, isn't it? So he's going to have to get the old car wash out on the go then. But for some reason, I had that scene image of Homer Simpson and Peter Griffin doing the car wash, so perhaps that's not a good idea at all. Ashton, my drive of the season so far, brilliant stuff indeed, good tenacity in the Williams car, which doesn't seem to suit Ashton at the moment, but my goodness me, that gentleman is absolutely... is very much pushing, isn't he? Jenner almost a second in front of Sick as Muck on medium tyres there. That is going to make a lot of drivers sit up and pay attention there. Marsky has got the second fastest moment. Movement's retired from the session. Unfortunately for Movement. Echo then, of course, who's invalidated their time in the Alpine car. But here comes Albie making their debut. So let's go on board with the rookie. Oh, goodness me, the back end there trying to step out for Albie. And I got to say, I can't say much because I was in the gravel there twice, I think, last week, which reminds me, I've got to buy a new controller a bit quick, otherwise I will be racing very awkwardly tomorrow as one of my knobs is hanging to the left. I'll be there going in, oh goodness me, that Haas car not looking very compliant at the moment, but I think that this is more of a outlap at the moment for Albie, but let's just enjoy it though with the debutant tonight there. Of course, it's very difficult, isn't it, to step your foot halfway through a season with, of course, drivers and very much already up to speed then. So a difficult time there for RB, but great to have you with us, good sir. Swanshank's invalidating their time. So here comes Janet. Or is it Janet? Jeanette. Let's go with Janet. Love the helmet, by the way. That's a fantastic helmet design. That's the first time I've seen that helmet. I think is that Guan Yu Zhou's crash helmet potentially. But unfortunately, Janet's also invalidated as well. So I'm going to go with Slayer into the Villeneuve chicane. Hello, everyone who's joined the stream. Good evening, Sean. Good evening, everyone, as well for Reflections. Nosy, good luck, Bronson. Good luck, Rocket Reflection saying, what's up, Bronze? Special hello to Sean. Well, thank you very much, sir. So, special hello to you as well, my good sir. Have you? Is that special hello, Slayer? Because you know that I've had some great news today. I have bought some new bed sheets and bed quilt covers, as Slayer unfortunately has gone wide down and invalidated their time, so that's not a good idea actually for Slayer. So maybe that special hello might have gone now. But yes, I have got some new bed sheets and quilts, and I am looking forward to go to bed tonight. I normally look forward to go to bed every night, but certainly I'm excited tonight, and it's of course a hot pink as well. No, and it's a salmon pink. I wanted a hot pink, but it was out of stock. But lovely stuff indeed. Anyway, carrying on back on then. Hello to I think that Jenna has been given a subscription there for Vintage. Thank you very much, Vintage. There is still my favourite man in the world. 19 opportunities to cut the corner, Knowlesy is saying now. In terms of corner cuts, there is quite a lot of places where you can cut the corners. Of course, why has Nosy mentioned that? Mainly because that might be because of potentially a certain ginger gentleman got himself disqualified in the 100% race on Wednesday. Albeit, in my defence, I did there's a reason why they call me Ginger Rage. I did rage a bit. After my second, I think it was my third or fourth spin actually, I threw my controller and it broke my knob, so that's why I was getting disqualified. Swan Shanks has gone 6 fastest there. Shocking stuff needed there. Maybe I need to calm down a bit potentially, or maybe I should just change my name. Here comes Janet having another go in the car. 13 now. I love the crash out, by the way. That might be the crash helmet of the season so far. Coming out of Tozer now and building up the hill then. Evening to you, Vintage. Good evening to you, my good sir. Hello, Sean. How are you doing? I'm very well. I got a qualifying bum, that's why. Evening to you, Andy, as well. Great to have you in the comments there. Jenner should win this after a dominant display on Wednesday. Unfortunately, I didn't see Jenner in that race on Wednesday because I was at the back of the grid. Actually, I think I did see him. I think he lapped me twice. Shocking stuff. How's everyone doing? All fighting fit? I've never been fighting fit, to be honest. Nice lap on mediums for me. Jenner is saying he's happy with that. Have you bought a new controller after last Wednesday? And Andy is saying, not yet. I'm going to be quickly... I'm going to have to quickly buy one after this race. Otherwise, I think I might have to just get out the white controller, to be honest. But I think that one's a bit wonky as well, really. Maybe I should go to some anger management counselling potentially. Janet cross the line, going 6 fastest. Good decent time there for Janet. Now a couple of tenths of a second away from Ashton at the moment. There as we go into the Tamburello chicane. Anthony has just gone 4 fastest there. No, he hasn't. I'll tell a lie. It's Albie that's gone 5th fastest actually on the 17.7 there. Good stuff indeed there for the reserve drivers. I do moan about the reserve drivers every now and again, but I must say when we do have reserve drivers to become full-time drivers like Anthony, who's just mentioned it in the comments section, Kian going second fast there, and the only driver apart from Marsky and Sigismund started to reel in Jenner now as well. But I think Kian's the only driver in the same region as Jenner at the moment. Now, goodness gracious me, but Jenner was of course on the medium compound tires. Now he's on the soft tires. Jenner is goodness me, a cut above everyone else. Jenner is maybe is today where he's going to get his championship back on track there. A difficult start to the championship for Jenner. He's back up to 5th now. He's 50 points away from Dan Dan. Dan Dan has been very impressive since the start of the championship began. But I think that Jenner is certainly one driver that is going to be a driver that is putting the pressure on Dan Dan for this season. Then, albeit we haven't seen that just yet for Jenner, but today looking very strong indeed. Then, especially as Besher said after the impressive performance last week. Stephen Anthony, no more reserve. It's on then. Stephen Anthony, great performance last time out. Was it in Miami last time? For some reason, it doesn't feel like Miami was last week. Goodness gracious me. Jenner's going off the circuit there. He's going to lose an abundant amount of time, but he did slow. He did slow there, didn't he? So he has got away, and the lap is still going to be counted. I need a new controller again. It takes the mick, these controllers, we would have said. Unfortunately, my controller, reason why my controller broke was unfortunately because I have got a rage problem. Jenner has gone 14.9 and go a lot quicker than that as well, which is going to be very depressing there for the drivers out there. Here comes Echo. Echo, a former bronze, love the helmet by the way, former bronze, third position in bronze back a couple of seasons ago, wasn't he? Echo was. I remember Echo has had 2 wins, I think, in bronze as well, if I'm not very much mistaken. I haven't got me reserve sheet up at the moment there, but Echo there just coming down the hill then. Invaded his first time, then Echo had a challenging race last time out. Yesterday, retired from the race that Echo did, but let's see, today is a new day then. Oh, I got indigestion. I can confirm that helmet is Joe. Thank you very much, Vestier. I'm glad, because that would have bothered me for quite a long time. Albeit, as Echo goes full fast, it's a good time there from Echo, and that's really going to make people sit up and pay attention, I think, now, Slayer into the pits. It's 6 fast at the moment, 7 minutes going this qualifying session. Here is sick as muck. I was saying about Jenner being a main championship protagonist to Danda, but how could I forget this man? The newest Grand Prix winner in ALR, and of course, a fantastic performance last week there. Jenner did hunt him down, didn't he? With just a unfortunately, Sigismund has got off the circuit there, but as a commentator's curse, unfortunately. But he makes it back on the circuit now to Sigismund. 6 minutes ago in this qualified session there. Jenner is currently about a second down and just watching Swan Shanks going into the Villeneuve chicane. Now Villeneuve chicane now still haunts me to this very day. Goodness me. Right, as that Moomin saying, and being 50 quid still, it is blooming shocking, Moomin is saying. Yeah, it is shocking, to be honest. I can't say much of the amount of money I waste on all kinds of stuff, and I don't think I can say too much there. Here's Smithy, 4th in the championship last season. This season, it's been okay for Smithy, hasn't it? I wouldn't say it's been world beater there for the Ferrari driver, has it? But I think it's been okay. It's not been a disaster, but it's not been fruitful either, has it? If Smithy don't mind me saying that. But maybe, but of course, with Smithy finishing 4th in the championship last season, love hard by the way, fantastic. Is that Aston Martin just getting well out of the way there, coming out Tozer for Smithy. He was 4th in the championship last season, Smithy Almighty was. So he was a driver that potentially could have been challenging for. Well, you would think would have been one of the favourites there, along with Jenner, along with Craig R, who's also been dropped down from silver to come into the 3rd tier of ALR. But Smithy at the moment there, he's 6th in the championship. If I was Smithy, I'd be quite happy with that. But the question is though, was it a tougher grid last season than this season? It's a very difficult thing to say. I would say no. But why do I say that? I don't really know. But that's what I think anyway. Dan out on circuit. Dan's invalidated that time now with 5 minutes to go. Oh, Smithy has invalidated his time on the final corner. And that's also going to invalidate his next lap as well, Smithy. I think he probably wished he went in the pits there. Because that is 2 laps wasted for the Ferrari driver. The other Ferrari is Kian is up into 2nd position there. Ferrari, Smithy, of course, won out for the Constructors' Champions last season. But that's not ideal. Dan also in a bit bit of peril as well. Whilst that's going on, we're going to take a look at Swanshanks there. 5 tenths of a second down in the second split, but Swanshanks, I think, is doing some race runs out there. What is Rocket Lee doing? At the top of the hill, he comes in. As look at that, lovely stuff indeed there. Pushing on in the RB, of course, as their home, I think their home is in Faenza, which is not too far away from here in the RB. Of course, formerly known as Toro Rosso, formerly known as AlphaTauri. We wish that they brought back the Toro Rosso name personally, but there we go. But sometimes marketing is more important than actual Formula 1, isn't it? Rocket League goes 3 tenths a second quicker. Vintage is in power, and he's been disqualified. That's coming out of the second Ravazza. And Vintage is going to be 20th and last on the grid there. By the way, he should have been 20th and last, because not only does Vintage pays for my chocolate, he also has the best helmet in ALR apart from me. Fantastic, but that is not fantastic for Vintage, as unfortunately Vintage has been disqualified. Toza. Ultimate Beast, thank you very much for the £10. Absolutely love it. Ultimate Beast, by the way, is on a 3-race winning streak. We haven't done the the official results there from Silver from last night just yet. But Vintage. But Ultimate Beast on a 3-race winning streak now, isn't he? Remember that Mercedes have got 5 pole positions in 6 races, or 7 races now, or something like that. I just reading that stat earlier on. I don't think I think it is like 5 pole positions in 7 races. Absolutely redonkulous there from Mercedes. With Kiki and Jinner, for Kiki and Ultimate Beast, they are really impressive. Mumford didn't race last night there, so that is an opportunity for Ultimate Beast. Jinner is really taking his opportunity tonight then, and underlining his pace here. Goodness gracious me, he could run away and hide here tonight. Race is not winning qualifying. Dan goes second fastest, but Dan, remember Dan has been at the measuring stick in bronze this season, but at the moment Dan is quite a way away as well. Half a second. That is night and day in Formula 1, and I can't believe that Jinner is half a second quicker than Dan, but the proof is in the pudding, and I'm an expert at pudding, because I love a good old pudding. Anthony Stevenson, I think Anthony, what? Who's Anthony Stevenson? Goodness gracious me. Into the pits he comes now. Comes Anthony. I've completely rechristened you. I apologise, but that into the pits is sick as muck there. We got 2 minutes to go in this session. Now, look at that. I love that rooftop there. Beautiful stuff indeed. If I go to Emilia, that's where I'll be going. Of course, that probably would be where I'm going, because let's be honest about it, you need to be quite rich now. Celebrating the first super track there, Ultimate Beast is fantastic indeed. I'll take P5 for now. Not a fan of this track, Slayer. Is it? No, I used to be a fan of this track, Slayer, up until last Wednesday. Watching Harlow Falls and Swanshanks also on circuit as well. So let's see what Harlow Falls doing. Doing a good job for Harlow Falls in a bronze this season. Really impressive stuff indeed. Then, serious Mushroom. Even good evening to you, Mushroom. Moomin, how have we only got 5 minutes left? What is going on? The time is fast. It's fast mode lately. I swear. I hope my connection will be okay, guys. I hope so too, Moomin. As Gurman, evening to you, my good sir. Of course, Gurman had a birthday the other week. I think that he has reached 40 years old, so happy birthday to Gurman. We've also got I think that's Jenna goes Hap. I think that's happy, or is he not happy, potentially, there for Jenna? To be honest, I'll be happy if I even got a 19 on this circuit. Across the line there goes Albie, then 2 seconds off the pace, but that was a management lap there, so we'll see how that would transpire. I was looking for, it's Jenna I'm looking for, but unfortunately invalidated their time as well. There's going to be a lot of penalties in here tonight there. Whatever happens in terms of penalties, I can't say much, because if anyone watched the 100% race last week, you will know that someone got disqualified. Out of Toza comes Keon. Echo's retired from the session. Echo in a superb 7th position. I think that he'll be happy with that. I'll be happy with that, to be honest. Happy with that lap. Jenner has said that my quickest time is a 15.2 as well. That would have put me third. Moomin is saying that. So that's looking up then for Moomin. Moomin, of course, one of 3 drivers that have not scored yet this season. 30 seconds to go in this qualified session. Moomin has not scored yet this season, and I think that for Moomin, it'd be good to get some points on the board there. Of course, this is a long season. This is round 7, but I think that we're not even close to half distance here. About a third away through the season. Goodness gracious me! Back in the late late 80s, early 90s. This will be halfway through the season. Here comes Kian then. 7 seconds to go. 6, 5, 4. What can Kian do? Can he get pole position? No, he can't. He's a third on the grid. Checker flag has dropped. Sickest buck out on circuit. Marsh on circuit. Anthony's in the pits there. Maybe topping up his suntan. Al B going 13th fast on his debut for the Haas team. Good stuff indeed there. What about Cassie Jennen here then? Out of the final turn. Casey, I apologise. Out of the final turn. And that's a great time in front of teammate Anthony as well. That's a statement there from the reserve driver. Fantastic stuff indeed. Hollow Falls then. Where could invalidated that time then, so he's going to be kicking himself out. Smithy Almighty only done one run there. Invalidated his time and lost 2 laps there, didn't he? In the end, Smithy Almighty up to 11th fast there. Not his strongest suit in qualifying. Don of the Dons there. It's Duncan Day, I apologise in the background. Don of the Dons having to 13th at the moment there. Swan Shank's also on a lap then. I'm looking for the other Mercedes then. Am I looking for the other Mercedes? I hear you ask. I am, but I can't see them. There they are. Slayer's in the pits. What about Sicker's Muck then? Sicker's Muck 8/10 of a second down. This is not going to be an improvement. It's not an improvement. They're all falling by the wayside here then. I think the qualifying may already be done and dusted here then. Unfortunately then, out of the first 2 Ravatsas then. No Sicker Swan Shanks is done as well. What about Donald Dodson going over the brow of the hill? I think this also may be, it's going to be one more lap there for Donald Dodson. He's gone wide then. He's going to lose momentum there, Donald Dodson. Has he got enough time in his pocket? No, he hasn't there. He's finishing qualifying as well. So Ginner is going to take pole position, similar vibes to Sebastian Vettel back in 2011 there for Red Bull. Then, of course, however, Ginner's in the Haas, and maybe it's Kevin Magnussen vibes there for Ginner, who's on pole position there for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. This is pole position number 5 of the season there for Ginner. Second one in a row once again then. Haas team, I think the Haas team are also, they're also on 5 as well then. And what is Ginner's career total, I hear you ask? It is, hang on a minute, let me get me old thing up. It is 8th pole position there for Ginner. Fantastic stuff indeed. Let me quickly read the comments then before we get to the end of this. Nope, we're already at the end of this qualifying session. 5/10 of a second, that is night and day. Ginner has absolutely dominated that qualifying session from start to finish. My goodness gracious me then. The rest of the field have got a lot of work to do in race, but remember, qualifying in the race is completely different here. Jenna happy with that lap. I am a pudding, Andy is saying, and I love a good pudding. But I wouldn't mind a fruit corner right now. That would really tickle my taste buds. I blame Fire for the ban. Now, not next time. Only joking, Fire. To be honest, it is Fire's fault because he is the admin, of course. We've also got 40. German is saying that I'm a cheeky old devil, and I. Echo. Purple sector 1 Berlin validated. Jenner's top. I see. Slayer and track limits on the left-hander before the double right-hander is ridiculous. Could have gone 3/10 faster. Whoa, my goodness me. It is raining here in Emilia Romagna, or should I just call it Emilia? Well, I've got to go for a break. Or should I? Yeah, I'm going for a break. Be back very shortly. I'm going to be honest there as I get my own screen back up. I think the drivers, well, Moomin saying it's raining down typical Farf. It is typical Farf, isn't it? Because it's because Farf lives in Ipswich, you see, and it always rains there. And also we've got Serious Mushroom as well, who looks a bit unhappy about this rain. Let's go for the grid show from front to back. Ginner pole position, 8th pole position of his career for Ginner in the Haas car now. So Ginner then is, of course, a long way forward in qualifying, but maybe Do you think the Ginner is on a dry setup compared to everyone else on a wet setup, maybe? That could be one of the reasons there. Or am I just taking the glory away from Ginner? Am I being a vicious so-and-so for Ginner absolutely spanking me last week in the 100% there, potentially? That was a wrong choice of words. I apologise profusely. Goodness gracious me, I think the par's going to cancel me on this one. Not only am I insulting Ipswich, I'm also using English language that potentially is not valid in YouTube. Yes, Rain, now this is going to be spicy. Let it rain. Ultimate Beast is saying, don't know if I can be bothered. Not well at all. Serious Mushroom is saying, that's not good. Serious Mushroom, unfortunately, not qualifying. Gina pole position, Dan alongside him on row 1. Gina currently 4th in the championship. Kian in 3rd position now. In the... Hang on a minute, I got me thingy-majig up. 1 second. Oh dear, what's going on here? Oh no. Keon in 3rd position, 6th Monk, 4th, 2nd in the championship. Marsky is 5th on the grid. Jenna in 6th position there in the first of the 2 Aston Martins there with Anthony 7th. Anthony's first race as a full-time driver. Echo, great performance in 8th position there. Slayer in 9th. Unhappy Slayer is because he had 3 tenths of a second in his pocket. Rocket Lee down in 10th position there. That's unusual to see Rocket Lee so far down. Didn't want this, Slayer is saying there. Smithfield Mighty in the 11th there. That's pretty good with only 1 lap there. Swanshanks in 12th. Donald the Dodds all the way in 13th position there. With LB in 14th on their debut. Ashton, great performance in 15th. Harlow Falls invalidated there on their one and only run. Moomin being a very naughty Moomin there, unfortunately, the last race there. 17th for Duncan Dave down in 18th. Serious Mushroom not well in 19th position there. Can he do his best Mark Webber impression and get himself up to 2nd there? Unfortunately, on that race there, a young Sebastian Vettel crashed into him in Fiji. Hopefully, that's not going to be the case tonight. By the way, it's Fuji, not Fiji. They're all lined up on the grid now, preparing themselves for the start, all on wet tyres. There's appalling conditions here in Emilia, but what do you expect? It's a Farf lobby, and this is going to be an incredible race, and 5 lights are on, 5 lights are off out here in Emilia, and it is go in the absolutely pouring rain here in Emilia, and we have got a good start for Jenna. There's a Mercedes on the grass already, and there's spray everywhere. The drivers can barely see in front of him, but Jenna's had the perfect start, and he is all the way through. And what's happened there? Keon going up the inside of his last position there, and they said there's more contact, I think there, and I think they're all the way. Just about. Anthony, and whoa, someone's off, and there's yellow flags in the back, or he can barely see the spray. It's everywhere. It is everywhere. Slayer down the back of the field, as is Anthony as well. Oh my goodness gracious me, I'm ready for 4 safety cars, says Ultimate Beast there. Oh goodness gracious me, that we didn't see what happened there. Don's all the way down into 20th position now. Swanshanks dropped down here as well as we come out Tozer. Oh, I got cramp in my side already. That's not good, is it? Jenner leads, but basically whatever I said in qualifying, absolutely kibosh that, because Jenner is 1.6 seconds up the road already, and I was saying that he could be on a wet set, on a dry setup where everyone else on the wet. Nope, not by any stretch of imagination. So they're visiting the scenery there, but I think he should be okay. This is appalling condition so far. Rocket Lee and Jenner, they're going side by side out of Accra Minerali. No, that's not it. I don't even know where I am. Rocket Lee, and we got also the 2 look at the kick, Sauber moving up until 11th position as well, all the way but there's Harlow Falls in the Red Bull racing car. Anthony, go, it certainly is, and oh goodness me, and Harlow Falls almost into the back of the kick Sauber, onto the gravel, and now it's going to entice Ashley, who's up to superb 13th Mushroom, who's not very well. He's already channeling his inner Mark Webber, and already up into 14th position. Fantastic stuff indeed there. That one completed, almost 3 seconds of gap as well. Echo up into 4th position there, and Sickest Mark and Echo, look at that, look left, it is the Ferrari. Echo and Kean going side by side. Echo's had to yield, and now the Ferrari Kean is back on the second position, but Echo's not ability but to go into the field of chicane now. Oh my goodness gracious me. Okay, the Sauber's off the circuit, and Sickest Monk has dropped back down to 4th position. Down, it's up in his second motor, up the inside goes Echo. Sickest Monk is less than just about an Alpine's width for cars with through Toza, but he could not take it at the moment there. Oh my goodness gracious me there. We got to German, Jenner doing his best Vettel impression and disappearing now. He's already broken DRS well out of DRS. There's no DRS in these wet weather conditions there, but if there was, then he would have broken it. But Jenner, incredible. I'll be on his debut there, unfortunately getting a penalty there, but what tough, difficult conditions it is then to start your first race in these appalling conditions in Imola. Imola's tough at the best of times, but now with this rain coming down as well, it's absolutely incredible stuff indeed. It's absolutely saturated out there, saturated in my top as well. Goodness gracious me. Oh. And I can barely see. And of course, we got a better angle than most of the drivers, and we're looking down into the spray, whilst the drivers are looking through it. And it's absolutely appalling condition out there. Jinner is now 4.5 seconds up the road. Dan is 2.5 seconds away from Kian, and then after that, it's all Anarchy with Echo, Marsky, and we've also got Jenna as well, also all over the back of each other now. And look at the spray there. This is incredible stuff indeed there. Who let Jinner cook then? Goodness me, Jinner is certainly Gordon Ramsay in the kitchen tonight. But as long as there's no swearing involved, I think it should be all okay. And I thought that that kick Sowers off the circle, and Echo is going defensive, but Marsky, who's third in the World Championship. Echo is a reserve driver then tonight. Then Echo is filling in for the Alpine team, whilst Marsky has got a lot to lose in these conditions at the moment. But in a difficult Miami, he needs to bounce back here tonight. And of course, in RB's home race, then technically anyway, Sick as Muck has really found his form, and he's almost shrunken the gap between himself and Kian. It's down to 0.4 of a second. Duncan Davis got past Real Ashton as Real Ashton is dropping down the order. He's lost 2 positions somewhere. I think that's coming out of Toza. Unfortunately, Smith Your Mighty is the second victim of the track. What's it? One more say it. I don't know. Of the track limits there. Oh my goodness gracious me! Hang on a minute. I'm going to have to quickly wipe the sweat off of my brow here. Is it sweat or is it rain then? Is that damage? No, listen, I thought there was damage on Marsky's RB then, but it all looks fine and dandy at this moment in time then. Lap 3 then, and goodness gracious me then, Jenner's having a look then. He's always pushing the, he's up the inside. Is he going for it? He's having a look there. Yes, but no. Marsky is having none of it there. Great driving in these appalling conditions. And they didn't make any contact here. Superb stuff indeed. Over the start finish line as well again then. So I've got to use their electrical deployment net. There's no DRS at the moment. There won't be any DRS because of these appalling conditions. The Echo's up to 4th then. What's happening to Sick as Muck? And Sick as Muck may even lose another position. And Sick as Muck, they're just about getting away with that. Look at those puddles standing water there. This is normally in real life this would be a safety car race, but this is ALR. We don't have safety cars for this rain. Sick as Muck is off the second, and he comes back on in front then. And Kian's left for session, and there's drama already here in the Freiland of Emilia. Up the inside into Toza. Jedet is through then, getting on the power before Sick as Muck, or is he? I can't see, to be honest. I'm just guessing with the 2 green cards. One's Dayglow green, the other's the British Racing green. Through contact, rubbing wheels. Jedet's up into 6th position there. Rocket Lee there, trying to get up and under of Sick as Muck there. Sick as Muck has lost 3 positions there. Goodness gracious me. Wow, incredible stuff. Jinner, 5.5 seconds up the road. Then basically he could get out, read the paper, change his oil. He's doing superbly. Well, at the moment there, of course, you can't change oil in these. Marsky's got a 3-second penalty. That's not ideal. And we got the Oza Aston Martin wandering off the circuit as well. Smith Your Mighty is now to the caution of Moomin, who Moomin was looking, says here that they were looking quite good and was feeling good in this race. Now they're feeling very good on the inside. Not quite there, as I need to calm down a bit then. Goodness me, Sean. It's only Tuesday. Goodness gracious me, sir. This is incredible racing here in Imola. And of course, as coming over the grid hatches once again, Jinner 6 seconds up the road from Dan with Echo in third position. Great return so far for Echo. And Echo was not even prepared for this race, I don't think. Up until a couple of minutes ago, he was enjoying some cuisines, wasn't he? Kian, is he back in the session? No, he's not. Kian is not in the session at the moment. Sick as Muck has had a bad run out of Tamburello, and Rocket Lee is through and up into 7th position. That great manoeuvre underneath that, moving up the inside into the Villeneuve chicane. Great manoeuvre. One Sauber's going forward, one Sauber is going backwards, or is he up the inside to Tozer here? Yes, he's done it there, and forces Rocket Lee wide there, but Rocket Lee has got up momentum as he does that, coming out of Tozer, and they come up the hill, and Rocket Lee is still in that 6th, 7th position there. Moving, great manoeuvre as well there up the inside of Smith Your Mighty. Smith Your Mighty had to be compliant there. He was compliant there too. He was compliant there, and look at Sick as Muck. I don't think Sick as Muck has a wet weather setup on. Do they have wet weather setups on in Formula 1 these days? But what the case may be, that kick Sauber is all over the show there, kicking out literally and figuratively. What do I mean by that? I don't really know, to be honest, but it sounded good in my yurt. So we got a Q4 behind Kian. Kian is not in the session at the moment there, and dropping down. Jinner has set another fast lap of the race. The gap is 7 seconds. He has taken over a second a lap out of second. Oh, it's Rocket League. Oh, I thought Rocket League went off the circuit then. I got very wrong-footed there. Moomin, brilliant drive so far. Moomin up into 9 positions there, flying through the field like a hot knife through butter as the kick Sauber. Brilliant stuff indeed. Kian can get. He's back in. Kian is there, but this is hurtful for the Ferrari team. Down 7 positions. He was up in the third. Was Kian there? I'm not sure if he got past by Echo just before, just after. I wonder if the Sauber team may do a bit of the rain has eased off. The rain has eased off. Kian has left the session again. The rain has eased off, and I reckon we might be able to go to intermediate tyres quite quickly around here because the drainage on this circuit has to be pretty good. And I think that with the rain now not as heavy as it once was, but we've got to let the spray disperse first. We've got to let the water drain from off the circuit, and then we'll get onto the shallower groove intermediate tyres. And there's a magical tyre. Smithy, you're on board the right now because we couldn't see through the spray. My goodness gracious. Whoa, sick as muck. Goodness gracious me. There was several times where I thought Sick as Muck was completely gone and into Narnia. Serious Mushroom to 11th position now, of course. As I mentioned, Serious Mushroom not very well tonight, but superb driving so far. Rocket Lee is having a nightmare through that chicane, and Sick as Muck is now all over the gearbox of the RB car as we go down into the first tier of Axis. Slayer's got a 3-second penalty. That's 4 cars with penalties so far. Ultimate Beast, and there's not much difference between the dry and wet up setup on this game then. So then is it? So it might just be driving styles. Jennings set the fast out of the race out, flying out there at the moment in the RB. Sorry, not the RB, in the Aston Martin. And easy go for it. He's having a look then, but Marcy slams the door shut there. Who am I looking for? Sick as Muck I'm looking for. Where's Moomin? Moomin's in the pits. So Moomin's coming to the pits. And up into 6th position goes Sick as Muck. Is Moomin cooking here? On the inside goes Duncan Dave. Don's got a 10-second penalty. That's painful. Oh dear. And Moomin is on. Is that intermediate tyres I can see there, or is there damage there to the kick Sauber car? Out of the pits now, and that's a long shot. Let's see what the markets are on those tyres. It's intermediate there for Moomin. Now, what can Moomin do then? Don's I think is in the pits as well, also on the intermediate tyres. Jinner can basically wait forever and a day, and he will still get out in front of the rest of the field. Marsky up in the 3rd position now. Echo dropping down to 4th, and it'd be interesting to see that how everyone develops that with the track conditions changing. Here's a Duncan Dave. Kian down 10 position there. Not his fault. Technical gremlins there with the connection of the Ferrari. Dropping down into 13th position now is Kian. Remember, Kian there is only just caught a very quick drive. One of the quickest in bronze, but unfortunately the points are not coming their way at the moment. Same with Jinner, isn't it, as well, I would say. As Harlow Falls getting a 3-second penalty for their troubles in 11th position. Harlow Falls is under the radar as Jinner set the fast up the race. Said, let me go to the pit stops. There they are. Only the bottom 2 of Moomin and Dons have I've come to the pits, and Echo's in the pits as well, and slowing down to that speed limit line, which is important in this one. Into the pits comes Smithy, and I'm sure that RB almost went to the back of that Friday. That was very lucky indeed then. But we've got pit stop drama then. Echo in the pits. So what are the intermediate runners doing there? Moomin compared to Swanshanks then is 5.3 seconds. 5.1 is coming down, but is it enough to come to the pits? Not at the moment for some drivers. Other drivers staying on, and Smithy coming on the pits now. What is, to be honest, Smithy wasn't, I don't think, in the ballpark of Moomin, I don't think. There they are now, and they're still coming into the pits. Both Ferraris came in on the same lap there, and I'm wondering if the Ferraris were quite close together, so that probably affected Kiad to a certain degree then. I think anyway, then maybe I'm just talking absolute baloney then potentially, but maybe. I always thought baloney, to be honest. But I don't even like baloney. Here we go. Oh, Mushroom now. Oh, look at this. Mushroom's going to have a look. Oh, goodness me, in Acro Minerale. My goodness gracious me. Oh. Serious Mushroom there, of course, not well then, as Echoes through and past Ashton and up into 30th position. Ashton, remember, still on the wet tyres, as is Swanshanks as well. And then everyone above him is also on wet tyres as well. So Echo is the leader in terms of the intermediate tyres as well, because the rain has got very light here, and Al B is struggling there. I don't think he's got any deployment, any electrical deployment there. And Serious Mushroom there, great defending there from Al B, back up the inside, but that Haas car is not looking very quick in a straight line at all. So into the pits comes down, and also I thought Serious Russia might have stayed out there. I'll be a 10-second penalty for coming into the pits. So unfortunately, it might have been a lack of preparation time there for the Haas car. Dan comes out the pits now. I think that Dan should be safe from Echo. Where is Echo? You see, here's the long shot. You'll see Echo. Look at that drive line already. There's Echo in the background there, and Moomin has set the fast up the race, flying on those intermediate tyres. Moomin now up. I think Moomin's up into de facto fourth position here. Flying here is Moomin. There, Moomin is driving a superlative Grand Prix here tonight, driving absolutely sensationally well. This is the Moomin we first seen when he first stepped foot into ALR, and now Moomin is really becoming an artist in his in their performance here tonight in Emilia. Sayer's got a 3-second penalty. Unfortunately, that's not an artist. Unfortunately, Jenna now all over the back of Marsky. So the top 6 have not pitted yet. Then they're all on wet tyres. Ashton also on wet tyres as well. Sunshine's going to the pits, and everyone moving in below, all on the intermediate tyres so far. Sickers Smoker's got a 3-second penalty. The penalty's already racking up there. Jenna into the pits, and the race leader. Jenna then is just seeing what the drivers are doing behind him. He had the luxury of doing whatever he needed to do then, just to make sure he doesn't make any mistakes, and slow it down to 80 kilometers an hour. Haas and a Haas box on the end of the pit lane. Unfortunately, finished last in the constructors in real F1 there. But I think in Bronzer they actually did a pretty decent job there. Jenna coming out of the pits now. Where is it, Casey? But where is the first of the intermediate runners there? While leading, Sickers Merck is leading this race now. Duncan Dayfair has got a 3-second penalty. Look at that. Jenner's got the whole pit straight to himself. And that must be a magical feeling there. Anthony stayed out as well. Look, there's Echo. You'll see, sorry, that's not Echo. That's Dan. There's Echo. Echo there just coming out in front of Marsky and also Jenner as well. And Moomin. Oh, where's Moomin then? Is that car in front of us? I thought it was actually. So Smithy Almighty, Hollow Falls on the intermediate tyres as well then. As everyone is on the intermediate tyres apart from the top 2 and full position of Anthony, who's also recovering in this one. Sickers Muck leads, but Rocket Lee is now starting to home in on him. I wonder if these drivers are good. Can they go straight from wets to dry tyres? I don't think they can, to be honest. It's big ass. However, is this rain going to ease up then? Or maybe are they going to try and get the intermediate tyres yet on one stopper? Remember in Miami how quickly they burnt up there, and of course it was an incredible end of the race sprint, wasn't it? So maybe we're going to have something similar again here. Look at Ginner then on the intermediate tyres. Absolutely dominating this race so far. Ginner is my goodness gracious me, that it is looking as easy as it can be in a Formula 1 race there out there. Jennings got a 3-second penalty, unfortunately, for the reserve driver, but superb stuff so far from Jennings. Very much in the top 10 on the inside there. Down through, taking second position. Top 2 is in the pits. So top 2 has come into the pits. Jenner takes the lead then. On board with Echo then. Marsky is all over the gearbox of Echo. Marsky has found some pace then all of a sudden on these intermediate tyres. So Echo, who was looking quick in the full wet conditions, is now all of a sudden has this has started to change hands here, and Marsky is coming at him now. Marsky's going to have a look there, but he's too far away to go into the Tamburello chicane, and Hollow Falls has set the pass up the race then. Moon in superb 6th position there. 7th is Smithy, 8th is Hollow Falls then. Look at that, who's that in the background there? And that is Albina on the outside then, flying through. He struggled with pace last time we said it. Serious person there, getting his old elbows out there, and Kian trying to make it through them, but unfortunately for Kian there, the Haas car parked his car very much in the middle of the corner. The Ferrari couldn't get by, and that means that LB is still in 11th position there. Rocket Lee down in 13th position. We'll check in with the penalties in just a jiffy, because there's going to be a lot of penalties in this race, and we won't check them now actually whilst there they are then. 13 seconds of penalties for LB, but 10 of them is because of a drive-through penalty. Slayer unfortunately getting 12 seconds of penalties as well. Light rain at the moment. Then we had appalling condition at the start of this race. It is transitioned into light rain now, and everyone is on the intermediate tyres, as you can see on the left-hand tower. And now then the question will be as, oh gosh, I got to say my shirt is very much see-through now, unfortunately. On the outside goes Kian there. I'll be there, get it, losing momentum there, and that has allowed the Slayers left the session, unfortunately. Slayer just dropping down the order there, not having a very good time out there. Slayer was not happy in qualifying, albeit was quite content there. going to be honest, this rain is very light now. I think that this rain could clear up in the not too distant future there, which will be very interesting. Marsky, and we just caught the end of that there as Jennett was through, but Marsky then took that position as back up into third. Jennett down into fourth, and Echo dropping down. He's losing time here. Hollow falls all over the back of Smithy here. Smithy's got to get the fence. I think that is he is the lead Ferrari driver. Then a lot of pressure then on Smithy's shoulders here. Of course, Kian is now into 11th finish there after technical groundings of this Ferrari car. Jumped it down the order. You might see a flash of the Ferrari. There he is in the background with the Haas and Rocket Lee all over the gearbox. Well, not anymore because Rocket Lee is through. What's happened then? As LB dropping off and down into 14th there. Albie does certainly have some pace in that car, doesn't he? Very impressive indeed, Albie is on a debut tonight there, but unfortunately just a couple of excursions there across us. Sarah has had issues there with the internet, and Swan Shannon's got a 3-second penalty. That's the second drive tonight with interweb issues there for Sarah. Hopefully they can get back in soon, but unfortunately the more time that they struggle, here and getting back in, the more time they're losing here. Anthony had a great race last time out, but unfortunately in this race there, it's not been too fruitful then. Swan Shanks having an issue at the Villeneuve chicane. Don't worry, Swan Shanks is not on your own there because unfortunately it was not a good race for me last week either. And unfortunately it's Monaco next week, tomorrow for me. So if it was bad yesterday, you could just think of how much it's going to be tomorrow. Maybe I should actually not buy a new controller until the week after when we go to Canada. Then again, that's also Kian's left the session again. That's not ideal. Kian then, so this is really hurting Kian and Slayer's races then by dropping in and out of the session. That's not ideal at all then. In the background there is Janet. A great drive, by the way, from Janet then. Absolutely superb. I thought that Janet had raced with us before, you know. I'm sure I recognise that name. My goodness gracious me. Kiki, Sean, you're a goat on cod with that shotgun. Goodness me. Yes, I'm also not. You may have also said of how bad I am as well. As sometimes I just shoot my own foot. Good job I'm not in the army. As Janet there almost. How did he slow the Aston Martin down? Is beyond me. Fantastic car control there from Janet. I'm going to be honest. I thought he was going to be Lando Norris. Look at that. It's quite dry out there now. You can see that it must be quite humid. Sigma's got a 3-second penalty. It must be quite humid. I think that we're going to be on dry tyres in the not too distant future, you know. And we've already done 4, 5, 6 laps on the intermediate tyres there. The drivers with the most laps there is Moomin up into 6th position there, absolutely elevating himself up the order. And Moomin might be rubbing their hands with glee because I think the Moomin could potentially trigger off the swap to dry tyres if we get to dry tyres, of course, because the rain still has to stop, I think now, or certainly the humidity has to pick up slightly more. But look at how dry that track is there. You can see how dry it is because the puddles there. You can see the puddles on the circuit. Here comes Sicker's Buck. Then Sicker's Buck on the outside of Harlow Falls into the contact there, and I think Sicker's Buck there being very robust there of Harlow Falls. I think that unchained either. I think that Sicker's Buck potentially should have given Harlow Falls a bit more space into the Tamburello chicane then. Oh my goodness gracious me, but Sigmund they're getting his out was that serious musher on the outside. This is very much Schumacher Montoya-esque there, wasn't it? If anyone remembers that from 2004, I'm surprised if anyone does remember that from 2004 because no one else is old as me. Serious musher in Harlow Falls contact again there. Goodness gracious me. Dan get a 3-second penalty at the moment. That's not too disastrous there for Dan. 3 seconds away from Marsky, but Marsky also had penalties as well. Echo, no penalty so far on lap 14, doing a much better job then tonight. Kian then, God help me then, as Kian's internet keeps dropping out. It's absolutely heartbreaking there for the Ferrari driver. And remember that Kian was third position before he had the internet problems, and it's dropped all the way down to 14th now, and he's had the pace there for that final podium. So this is not good at all for himself or Ferrari, and unfortunately indeed, same with Sarah. We've got two drivers with internet issues at the moment, and both have really hamstrung their races so far. On board Rocket Lee, and now then, of course, as the rain gets lighter, more and more likely we're going to see a DRS, and DRS around here is quite powerful, as Hollow Falls, I would say, is demonstrating, but he hasn't got DRS, and Hollow Falls is just a rocket in a straight line up into Tamburello, past the Cirrus Mushroom, and whoa, that Ferrari of Smithy Almighty, goodness gracious me. Goodness gracious me, Smithy Almighty may have to wear the brown pants, as Deadpool once said way back in his first movie. As goodness gracious me, of course, I think that Alpine had a really cool livery for Deadpool 3, didn't he? Is it Deadpool 3? No, it's Deadpool and Wolverine, isn't it? I haven't watched it yet then, but unfortunately TikTok has Hollow Falls has passed sick as much. Unfortunately I haven't watched it yet, but TikTok is ruined by immersion of Deadpool and Wolverine, so there you go. Unfortunately, if I'm a TikTok addict, then that's exactly what the problem is, isn't it there? As we got Sick as Mutt there, who's climbing all over the curb there out of Akron Minerali there. Jinner needs to be in silver. He's dominating this race at the moment. He is at the moment there, Jinner, but Jinner, in terms of rate, Jinner was in silver last season, but just didn't get the performance. Did he? Slayer having issues there. Slayer technical issues, now car issues there for Slayer. As the rain is getting lighter and lighter here, we will be on dry tires soon. I can bet my bottom dollar. Luckily, I don't have a dollar. Otherwise, I might be a dollar light. Unfortunately, that's another warning for Sick as Muck, and because of that, Sick as Muck has got another penalty for his troubles. And look at how light that rain is from the heli cam here. Lovely. I was enjoying riding on board with Sick as Muck up until that penalty. As the Ferrari engine very much singing in our ears, wasn't it, as we're going into Tamburello. But unfortunately. So unfortunately, though, for Sick as Muck, 9 seconds of penalty now. I'll be on 16 seconds of penalty there. There's a lot of penalties out there. Yellow flag, and one of the Mercedes has won off the circuit. It is Swanshanks who has gone right off there. And I gotta say, that must be a brake failure, or is that more of a Swanshanks getting a bit frustrated potentially? But if that is the case, then. If that is the case, and that hasn't caused any safety cars, Albie's got another penalty. Look at how dry that is now. It's getting very dry out there, as we got Janet then all over the back now. And now through, and whoa, and up into third position on their debut. And Swanshanks into the pits, out of the Grand Prix. Janet is through. Moomin's got a 10-second penalty. That's going to cost Moomin. Unfortunately, Moomin's driving superbly well. Moomin is once again triggering the pit stops here. But that 10-second penalty has all finished it. Dan is catching Jinner. Ultimate Beast is saying, whilst I've been waffling on about all kinds of nonsense, to be honest. Look at this gaggle of cars here then, fantastic. But not what isn't fantastic. Jinner has been driving superbly well. But that is, I think that could be curtains for no, because no, it is not. Moomin's driving superbly well. Anything can happen. Moomin, if you've got an issue there, of course, but put it in. Make sure you got your. Oh my gosh! I swallowed my tongue. Janet is lost out to Marsky somewhere. How's that happened now? I wonder if he lost out at Acromilla Valley there. Movement, make sure you got your footage there, because if you didn't spin the pit lane, you'll be able to get that penalty removed there. Of course, that's as far as feeling generous so far. So he's feeling generous. That's a Haas. Who is it? It's LB off the circuit there. Look at how light the rain is now. Then, of course, you can see that it's just splashing off the circuit. Moomin there. What is Moomin doing here? Is he gone too early? No, he hasn't. Moomin knows these conditions. Moomin is driving superbly well at the moment. Having said that, then I think as I'm not sure, to be honest. I think it's still too wet potentially. But let's see. Moomin now very much rolling the dice here. There's a Dan has taken the lead. Jinner's off for Dan has taken the lead there. Oh, is there contact between the two cars? Dan leads. So whilst I was wondering what was going on here, and goodness gracious me, Jinner going for the Jinner, who had an 8-second lead, as all of a sudden there has been washed away, literally and figuratively. Dan leads the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. And goodness me, what the race it was looking under very much under control for the Haas car. Both Haases have all of a sudden fallen off the road. That Harlow Falls has got past Smithy. Smithy is in a bit of trouble. They're coming out Tosa, and Dan is off, and away he goes. It's so damage there for the Haas car of Jinner. Oh my goodness gracious me! Something that was looking so much under control has all of a sudden got very pear-shaped for the Haas team now. Jinner, goodness gracious me! Moving now, we're keeping an eye on Moomin because Moomin is the only driver so far on the slick compound tyres. Going on to the medium tyres is Moomin. We'll keep an eye on Moomin's times at the moment there. But my goodness gracious me, as here comes Janet and on now the back of Marsky. Great battle, and Moomin's now got a penalty again, unfortunately. Jenner needs to be in silver low. Another DNF fair, says Goku there, unfortunately for Swanee. What has happened to Jenner's pace? And German has said that. And did he fall off the rope then? Whoa! Dan, almost into the barrier. Goodness gracious me, it's getting very precarious out there on lap 19 out of 34, 32 here. And my word that, yeah, Jenner, I think it's Jenner got a problem. He has a problem. Surely he's got a problem there. German has asked, where's his pace gone? We don't know. Jenner, then who dominating this race, has all of a sudden has dropped off, fallen from the lead then, and it's now in second position. Six mark up into eighth position there. Passes Smithy on Monty has now lost 2 positions here. As Jenner's off again there, and then it's accurate. Well, we assume he was off the first time, but he's dropped out the fourth now. It's gone majorly wrong there for Jenner, the pole sitter, who dominated qualified, who has dominated this race, and all of a sudden there's gone very precarious indeed there for Jenner. And Seeker's Mark has defending from Rocket Lee here, but my goodness gracious me, Duncan Davis got 3 seconds of penalty. Jenner down into 4th now. He's gone from 1st to 4th there, and my goodness gracious me, Seeker's Mark on board with now 9 seconds of penalties there for Jenner. All going a bit wide there at the top of the chicane as well, but Jenner then is in the pits, and Jenner's in the pits, and what's happened there as Marsky has retaken 2nd position now. Echo's now in the 4th position. There goes Marsky. Let's see what happened to Jenner then. The Haas team are in the pits, and they're getting ready then. It's those slick tyres, and it's our wing change now for the Haas. No, that's not, but it's medium tyres. Sirius Mushroom's got a 10-second penalty as well, unfortunately, for speeding in the pit lane. This pit lane around here can very much catch you out then if you're not on your toes. Sick as Merc having a look. I thought the 6 man was going to go for it down there. It's when there's Kian getting past as well. Sarah's got a 3-second penalty out the pits. Out comes Jenner then. Anthony is there is Anthony then, who's having after a great race last week. This week is a bit more down to earth, unfortunately, for the Aston Martin driver. Hats off though. Harlow Falls has stayed on intermediate tyres. Is that a mistake there? Same for Sirius Mushroom as well. Interesting strategy there. I'm surprised by that. Then I thought they could have stayed out a little longer on the inter tyres. Duncan Dave in the pit said Moomin has not really this time around. Moomin's strategy has not been ideal. Rocket Lee, my goodness gracious me, and Smithy and Monty backed out of it. Rocket Lee's off. Rocket Lee is off and into the wall at the top of the hill there. And unfortunately, Pierre Rotella then, and unfortunately for Rocket Lee, has damaged the car, and he's got to go in the pits and Janet all over the back here as well. And goodness gracious me, where's the decorum, gentlemen? Oh my goodness gracious me. So what's Jenner doing on the slick tyres, I hear you ask? And he's against, I think he's gaining actually on Kian at the moment. Now here comes Jenner through and up into yellow flag there as it's the second Mercedes having issues as well. Marsky has lost out then to Jenner as these two have been fighting nose to tail there for a very long period of this race. And Duncan Davis off the circuit, and I do think that going on to the circuit that Duncan Dave and Vintage had to take a face off action. Echo's in the pits. Smithy Almighty is in the pits as well. I think it's still a bit too early there for the slick tyres there, but let's see. Jenner, who is in 6th position, making up 5th then. No, yes, and he's still in 6th then. So that is Smithy Almighty staying on the intermediate tyres. And I think the intermediate tyres are getting at their peak now, at their peak of their powers. And some drivers are coming in, like Harlow Falls is coming for the intermediate tyres, but it stopped raining now. So I think that it's now stopped raining, and anyone who has come into pits and gone on to intermediate tyres, I think that's a mistake there for those drivers, unfortunately. My word. Oh, gosh, who's that? I thought Smith and Whitey, I thought it had a trip across the gravel there, but as just for on board Rocket Lee, who's in 10th position at the moment now. Anthony, then, who was down in 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th position there. A VSC, whilst I've been waffling on, what's happened then? We've had a VSC somewhere. Sickers Mug's got a belting somewhere, and just take a look to see what that VSC is. And I was wondering why everyone was slowing down. Maybe I should concentrate on the race there. Do your job, Sean. Into the pits now. Drive-through penalty for LB on his debut there. It's been a bit of a baptism of fire there for the debutant. But as that's Donald Don's into the pits. Dan leads this race then. And I've got to say, Dan in today's history was not the quickest driver, but he survived, wasn't it? Sometimes it's survival of the fitness. Into the pits comes Jenna as well. Harlow Falls got a 3-second penalty. Yellow flag in turn 1 then. It's one of the Mercedes crawling and Marsky coming on the pits now. Sigismund in the pits. Echo is now under pressure from Jenner. Now can Jenner resume? Can Jenner get himself back onto the podium here as we go wheel to wheel then? As a Jenner and Echo then go wheel to wheel going up into the Tamburello chicane. Look at them all! Oh, goodness gracious me! And they're goal over each other then. It's Echo's having a second now. Jenner's having a second there. Oh my goodness gracious me! There's a car in front of us. Echo on the outside here. Echo's going to go wide there. And Jenner then. Oh goodness me! And Jenner's getting very desperate in his defending, I feel. And he's now into second position. Jenner is about. I think that Jenner might be driving a bit angry after, and he's got a 3-second penalty as well. Jenner has I think that's frustration then in the pole sitter after dominating this race there, but it's kind of all falling apart so far for Jenner. Jenner in third position, Echoes in fourth with Marsky in fifth position there. Lap 22 out of 32 here then. It's unfortunately a 10-second penalty for LB again here. It's been a difficult race there for LB in this one tonight. There still got drivers on the intermediate tyres out there. Harlow Falls still in 10th position, Ashton in 13th position on the intermediate tyres. And Jenner is lost out to, oh my goodness me, goodness gracious me, Jenner is struggling out there. Oh my goodness me. Oh, good gosh, here. Oh, my word. Well, it's getting very feisty out there in Emilia. So maybe the drivers, I would say, should enjoy a bit of afternoon sunshine here in Emilia, but maybe not, as it is getting very feisty out there. Rocket Lee. Oh, Rocket Lee's off there at the top of the hill. Damage to the damage to the RB. That's a lot of damage for Rocket Lee, and I think, unfortunately for Rocket Lee, unless he has a safety car, this race could be curtains there for the AlphaTauri for the RB car. Goodness me, why am I back in top all of a sudden? So it's just on board with Marsky. Then, of course, got a lot of penalties out at the moment. Echo is doing a superb job in a fourth position. A great job indeed there for Echo. That's a problem there. And on the outside goes Echo. Is Jenner there having issue, and he's out of DRS now of Jenner. Oh, my word, we got DRS, I think, has been enabled now. So, yellow flag again then. And who is that for? It's for Slayer, who's off the circuit. Unfortunately, it's a nightmare race for Slayer. As into the pits now. Moomin's got a 3-second penalty. This race was looking so well for Moomin. Unfortunately, I think that Moomin may have jumped a bit too early for the slick tyres. And look at this, a serious mushroom now up into 9th position there. Anthony, what a great recovery drive, to be fair to Anthony there, because I was writing them off a couple of laps ago. How wrong was I? Great comeback there for Anthony. Brilliant 17. He's now up to 8th position. Is the Aston Martin driver making his first Grand Prix drive here. Soft tyres out for Rocket League, trying to recover something that has gone majorly wrong here. Jenner is Keon's left possession again, and unfortunately, and that's, oh goodness me, he made his way up into 7th position as well. Here's Marsky. Echo's got to get defensive here, but unfortunately, the DRS is so powerful around here that he's just breezed past number 4th position here. Watch Jenner got underneath him now. As look at that, they are gaining on Dan quite quickly here. As Dan then, the gap was about 7-6 seconds. Now it's down to 5.2. And look at Jenner there. Goodness me, there's a bit of rallycross out there. A bit of rallycross out there. Kian there is frustrated. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree with you, Kian. It's been a tough race indeed there. Hats off to you for keeping going, but Kian possibly could and should be in this battle for the lead, or for second at the very least then for Kian. Maybe selling the gentleman a bit short there. Jenner then looking a bit wary there, but trying to push on, but it's gone really bad for the Haas car. I think he's out-driving the car now, Jenner is. Jenner might have to sit back and have a word of himself potentially, because he's struggling out there at the moment, Jenner is. And of course, sometimes when you drive angry, it doesn't go too well. I should know, because I always drive angry and I'm always slow. But Jenner there, it's gone from paradise to Well, I don't know what I'm trying to say, to be honest, but what I do know is that Jenna had a commanding lead, and it's just gone, it's falling apart at the moment now. And now Jenna is in the DRS now. Jenna is also harvesting as well. Marsky has dropped to about 2 seconds back. Where is he? There he is. And we also got Echo as well, doing a great job in 5th position. Great return, by the way, from Echo. Loving that. A difficult race last night out in Silver, but goodness me, Echo's found, rediscovered some of his form from earlier on in his who's that off the circuit, and that's Rocket League just getting on the way there for Rocket League as and Janet now is starting to put pressure on Jenna once again then, as it was getting very cozy, wasn't it, between Jenna and these drivers behind him now. Marsky just in front. Dan's got a 3-second penalty in this one. Dan's up to 6 seconds. That's what Jenna's trying to push here. And goodness gracious me, Dan's got 6 seconds penalty. And here comes Jenna. Jenna's off all over the shoulder. We got a RB off the circuit. Rocket Lee's gone off at Acro Minerali there. Back here then. And this is Jenna and Jonathan fighting for second position here. The Aston Martin driver all over the back of the Haas car as well, as we come down to the first of the two advances. Jenna is going to be on DRS now. He is all over the gearbox. I think on Sunday we said it was about half a second, wasn't we, for you to overtake them. Rocket Lee's got a 10-second penalty. I think that is just frustration there. Kian's back in the session, and Kian there is still in a position here. Here comes Jenna, and he gets point Jenna. Oh, does he? No, because Jenna is going into turn one there, and the incredible Jenna's is taken second position there. Jenna down into third position now, and Jenna is getting frustrated, I think, in the Haas car. Rocket League out of the Grand Prix, unfortunately. That's our second retirement in this one. Jenna is getting very frustrated, I think, in that Haas car. You can feel his anger, can't you? We're looking off board from him now in the Haas car. Oh my goodness gracious me. Dan leads, but he's got a 6 second. Jenna's got a 6 second penalty as well. Jenna is currently in a de facto second position. No, listen, it's Echo in a de facto second position. Great drive from Echo here tonight. Reserving in the Alpine car, but goodness gracious me. I think the fourth is going to be very interesting in Echo after this race, because that has been a superlative performance from the Super Sub in the Alpine car. On board in Marsky, who's third in the World Championship there, and a good result today. He's 4 points in front behind Sigma, but Sigma's got 15 seconds of penalty down in 6th position there. So at the moment, Marsky is going to be back into second position. Jenner's car is very much there. Jenner's car is just stepping out there. So Dan, Jenner, Anthony, and Mushroom for driver of the day. Then get your votes in now. There, with just 5 laps to go in this race there. And Marsky, that yellow flag is out there again, and one of the McLarens is off this time now. And who is that? Which will just keep a focus on this for this battle at the moment. It's Donna the Dons off into the first tier of vats there. Jennings having some issues there, and here comes Marsky having a look there. Marsky having a look into the Villeneuve chicane now. Jenner's car is very much out of shape now all of a sudden, isn't it? From being so incredible in qualifying, and really impressive in qualifying to the opening stage of the Grand Prix, and all of a sudden it's gone major. It's gone a bit peaked on here. Kian is flying on those hard tires. Goodness gracious me, I think he's the only driver on those hard tires as well. Driver day vote is out. Get your votes in, ladies and gents. Dan 60% of the vote there. 20% for Mushroom, 20% for Anthony. Fantastic stuff. Marshall got no penalty here, and that's crucial in his battle there. Echo's just going to be sitting back there and enjoying the penalties rack in there as well. Jenner's ghosting this. What's happened there to the Haas car? But now he's not ghosting anymore. Lap 20 out out for it too here. I feel there's more drama. I can feel it in my waters here as we go down into the revatas, but Jenner's harvesting once again then. And I think that Jenner could be in major peril here. It's our problem with energy still on the Haas car. There's a lot of harvesting going on then. Echo keep it clean. He will get second there. Echo there is just going to be sitting back and enjoying himself. Here comes Marsky then, but Marsky is dropping back then as Jenner there is very much very quick in a straight line, isn't he? That Haas car is very impressive indeed. I wonder if he's very skinny on the old downforce there potentially, which is now costing him time in terms of the tyres potentially. Who's that? That's Dan off the circuit. Dan's off the circuit now, and now all of a sudden it's Echo in prime position to win. I think it's Echo. I think this will be Echo's third Grand Prix win of his career. My goodness me! And here it comes as they're all over the gearbox now. Oh my goodness gracious me! Kian has got past and up into a second position there. Passes the Aston Martin back here. I think this is going to be the story of the race now for the remainder 4 or 5 laps in this in this incredible Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Jenner's again slow, coming out back from Minerali. Marski's on the outside. Oh my goodness gracious me, Marski ducked out of it there, and I have run out of water. Oh my gosh, absolutely incredible stuff indeed. Dan at the moment then. So who is winning this race? I hear us. It's Echo who's winning this race at this moment in time then. Echo just needs to sit back and enjoy the ride, but he knows he cannot lose too much time then if Echo wants to win this Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Then we'll take a look at how the overall time is in a minute, because it's going to be about time this with this Jenner trying to squeeze Marski, but unfortunately from Jenner's point of view, he's dropping down into 4th position now, and Echo there is just sitting back in the background now. Jenner, I think, did he have DRS there from the back of Jenner though? I'm not sure, but Jenner is struggling here. He's got less penalties than drivers around than that, but he is dropping time quite quickly now, isn't he? Is Jenner, who can, oh gosh, and off the race goes Jenner, off the circuit goes Jenner there, and after a superlative Grand Prix for the Aston Martin, and Jenner is off the circuit. Oh no, and what a race for Jenner, but that is heartbreaking now for the Aston Martin car. Oh my word. On board with Echo once again. So as it stands then, Echo, who hang on, let me get his stats up for Echo, because I'm gonna have to get the old reserve spreadsheet out. Echo, it was won a race there. Can he get his second Grand Prix? Jenner's off the circle again then as he comes back on, as Jenner might have still got a chance here of winning this race, but he's about a second and 8/10 of a second away from the Grand Prix win. Well, Dan though has got clear air, whilst Jenner is fighting with Marski, is fighting with Echo here. I think that Jenner is out of this one. That was the kick Sauber movement in the background, and now here is Echo then. Echo, who is still looking good there. Here's Echo, and I thought Echo was going on the outside. Jenner then through and up into 2nd position there, but Marski is now going to go up and under through Tamburello again then, and now he's back through into the field as again. Oh goodness me, Marski had to get over there, and Echo is through and up into 3rd position. Oh my goodness gracious me, this is getting very robust, isn't it there? Oh my goodness me, Ultimate Beast, OMG. It certainly is OMG. What an incredible end to this very intriguing race. The problem is for Echo, he needs to either clear these two, or these two need to stop squabbling for Echo to win his 2nd Grand Prix of his career in the ALR Bronze here tonight. Then the gap is now 5.5-ish seconds there, so Echo cannot lose any more time than over Dan if he wants to win his 2nd Grand Prix of his career in Bronze. My goodness gracious me, Echo! Oh no, and Echo's got penalties as well. Jenner is back up to a de facto 2nd there, and goodness gracious me. Oh. My goodness, this has been an absolutely barnstorming of a Grand Prix. Hats off to Anthony and Sirius Motion for no penalties out there. Superb stuff indeed. Sigurdsmoke's got 15 seconds of penalties. That well, now 18 seconds of penalties for Sigurdsmoke. He's going to tumble like a fruit machine, unfortunately. Dan leads this race there, and I must say that for Dan's point of view, it probably didn't look too. It looked a bit far-fetched for his 3rd Grand Prix win of his career here tonight, but all of a sudden now, something's gone majorly wrong for Jenner, and Jenner is now in 2nd. I think that Jenner will be happy to finish 2nd in this race, because it is really falling apart. It would be very interesting to see what Jenner says at the end of this one there. It was getting very tense between Jenner and Marski. Marski will finish 4th as it stands at the moment. Echo will be on the podium on his return to Bronze here tonight as a super sub. Brilliant drive there from Echo. If he wasn't a reserve driver, I think he could be driver of the race there. Superb driving for Echo. But Dan at the moment leads the way. As we've got yellow flags out there for one of the Haas cars. It is Albi, as Albi is Havanish that is into the gravel trap there, dropping down into 16th position now. Albi is unfortunately for the Davidson there. It's a tough races for this. Who's that? Smithy Almighty. I thought Smithy Almighty was off the circuit, then it was Albi just getting out the way there. And now just on board with Marski, them just final lap now. As it's we've had a bit of decorum now, haven't we? In this race, so the gap is it was potentially could have been, if Echo didn't get that final penalty, this could have been a slightly different story potentially. As Echo is now up into 3rd position there, and passes Marski. As let me get the interval back up. That is Marski having another look then, but of course I don't think Marski wants to take each other off, really, does he? As the sun is finally beginning to find sun's going to come through the rain clouds, but my goodness gracious me. I think there's a bit too little too late then. Our final race here in the Emilia Romagna area, here in Imola, and what a race it's been then for round 7 of the World Championship there. We have got, of course, we go to the Principality of Monaco in just in a week's time. And tomorrow night we start our Monaco adventure for the 100%ers. Oh, thank you very much. It's going to be painful. Marsky trying to come back out of that. The chicane. Whoa! So Echo's having none of it there. And, Alpine have had a very good race today, but unfortunately, with the new reserve rules in this season, the second Alpine car does not get the points there. Dan out to the final turn, and he wins his 3rd Grand Prix of his career. Dan there has taken a very unlikely Grand Prix win, which looked very much in the first half of this race then a stretch, and all of a sudden, things went up, absolutely swung on its head there. Dan wins the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, extensively in the championship, 3rd race win in his 9th race of his career. In the 3rd races he's won 1/3 of his races. That's what I was meant to say in this one there. And unfortunately, Sigmund, a lot of penalties there, might be tumbling down the order. Having said that, then, he only may drop a couple positions there, so Sigmund could still be, well, no, he's dropped down to 7th, 8th now then. Moomin getting fast up for the race there, and that would be the first point for Moomin this season. Great job indeed. Moomin deserved more than that in that race there. So Jenner got an issue with the VSC, so something went wrong with the VSC there for Jenner, so it'll be interesting to see what Jenner makes of that in just a jiffy. What a race, Ultimate Beast says. Absolutely, here. Oh, my word. But Dan is the driver, is the winner today, and Dan is also the driver of the day as well, with a superb Grand Prix win, and then his 3rd race win in 9 races there for Dan, which means that 1/3 of his Grand Prix he's starting in bronze. He has won this race. Kian, give me a good internet there. Yes, because I think Kian should have been involved in that battle as well. Could have Kian won that race there? Well, he was very quick on those hard tires in the end then, so Kian could potentially have been in there as well if issues with the internet there. Congratulations to Dan Joneko. Worst race ever for me then. Hard one that, Albie is there. But hats off to you, by the way, for Albie, for sticking with it, because some ginger guy would not have done so. That is me, by the way, after I got myself disqualified last week, but that wasn't intentional. I broke my controller. Let's take a final look at the classification, shall we, from a wet to damp to a dry Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Dan, 3 wins, 9 in 9 races there, and Dan extends in the championship. Jinner, what an incredible performance in qualifying, but in the race there, VSC issues there for Jinner. Jinner is going to be very disappointed with that and loses more ground on his potential championship challenger. Echo, what a great return there for Echo. Potentially was looking at his 2nd ever Grand Prix win in bronze. Marsky in 4th and is retaking over 2nd position in the driver's standards. Jenner should have been in there as well for the podium. Is 5th. Kian in 6th position. Great recovery. Anthony, brilliant drive as well, actually. My driver of the day, brilliant stuff. Sigismund 8th, 9th, Serious Motion, 10th, Smith for Monty, Hollow Falls 11th, Vintage 12th, Duncan Dave 13th, Ashton 14th, Moomin gets his first point in 15th position there. LB 16th, Slayer 17th, Don's 18th, retirements as Lee, and Swan Chang's out of the Grand Prix. And Dan, what a drive today. My goodness gracious me, though, I'd say about halfway through, and potentially after qualifying, it was looking a bit of a stretch for you.
Yeah. Thanks very much. It was big shock to get the win today. I was not expecting it at all. Just nothing was really going my way. Even from qualifying, I did 1 lap and misjudged the time left, and I tried to come back in the pits, but it was just too late. So that started. It was chucking down with rain again, unexpected, and right at the end, I don't know what happened to Jinner, but it was his to lose. Certainly, he was absolutely flying. So to see him slowing down, I'll be interested to know what happened to him. I don't know if he had a little incident and got some damage, but all of a sudden it went from about 8-9 seconds lead to he was behind me. So I feel quite fortunate to get the win today. So a little bit of sheepish, but I'm still celebrating.
You got to take it, haven't you? Sometimes you got to take the rough with the smooth, bed. Jenner said then that can't join, sorry, but Waller Race got a free Dan Dan got a free pit stop from a VSC. So congrats there. And then after that, Jenner seemed to have lost pace as well. But you also had a bit of a mishap in the Villeneuve chicane, and I bet your heart was in your mouth at that point.
Yeah, do you know what? I didn't get the free pit stop. It just ended before I came in. But yeah, I nearly binned it in the last few laps. For about the last 7 laps, I was lifting and coasting because of the rain. I mistakenly put I put low fuel on, and I was about point 0.3 by the end of the race. So for the last 7 races, I was managing the tires, managing the fuel, and I just took my eye off the ball for a second, dipped a toe on the grass, and I nearly went round and binned it. So again, I think I should play the lottery tonight. I think I've just got my luck in.
Certainly should. Buy me a ticket as well. Incredible stuff.
Yeah.
And can you think about the championship at this stage then? Because you've extended your lead on your two championship rivals here tonight. And I think that Jenner's going to be feeling a bit of grief then, because this is definitely one that's got away and is starting to rack up the amount of points he's behind you now. So can you put your feet up potentially, even though it's only round 7?
No way. I mean, there's so many races. This is a huge calendar. I've managed to build this lead. I could easily lose it. So I think Gino's the fastest on raw pace. If he cuts out the mistakes, then I'm sure he'll start picking up wins. So I mean, I'm top whilst it lasts. I'll enjoy it.
I'm not sure if you've seen Jinner's previous championship win in bronze, then, but it was the second half of the season where Jinner really picked up the points. Then, so do you think that this could potentially be a championship very similar to when Jensen Button won, where it might have been a limp to the finish? Then, how do you see this championship progressing?
I don't know if I'm going to limp to the finish. I'd like to think I've put up a good fight. Um, I just take one race at a time. Honestly, I don't think about the end. As I say before, get to the last 7, 8 races. We can kind of see where we are and maybe start driving a bit tactically. But at the minute, the wins are coming and I'm sitting top, so not going to change anything from my end.
And you certainly shouldn't either. And incredible stuff there. As I was mentioning in commentary, one win in 3 races there. Every race you got like 1/3 race winning record there. Fantastic stuff. We go to the Principality of Monaco next week. I must say that it's a different challenge. Then, how are you feeling then going into the street circle of Monaco?
Do you know, I've never done Monaco in any competitive league at all. I don't think I've even bothered to practice it on any previous game either. So this will be a first for me. It's just that is definitely survival of the fittest. Whoever can keep out the barriers, probably you might well see a surprise win, someone from a bit further down. But as I say, just keep out the barriers, and I'm sure you'll be picking up points.
And what is your opinion on Monaco then? Do you think that Monaco doesn't belong on the calendar? Because ALR have not had it on the calendar for the past 2 seasons. It has come back this season. Do you think that it doesn't belong on the calendar?
I'm not going to go that far. I mean, it's different, isn't it? Mix it up. I'm sure we'll see a safety car or two. I'd be very surprised if we don't. So as long as I'm not the one causing it, yeah, it should be fun.
Really well done to say, Dan. Dan, brilliant drive as well to get your third win in 9 races. Fantastic stuff indeed. That and enjoy that championship lead. You've extended it now for your two championship rivals as well. What a brilliant race it was today. Well done, Dan. Dan.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Let's come to Echo, who finished in third today. And Echo, on your return, now you potentially could have got your second win of your career. Now, goodness gracious me, have you been holding back after that performance in silver last night?
No, definitely not. Last night was an absolute bad showing from me. I just wasn't concentrating, and I just was rusty yesterday. Today, yeah, I was close to the win. To be fair, even if I didn't get the 3 second penalty, I would have still been half a second behind. But yesterday was just practice.
And of course, how difficult was the conditions at the beginning? Then, of course, you did start eighth on the grid then, but you was making your way through the field quite nicely as well. It caught me off guard actually when I was going through the top runners. But how difficult was the opening stage of that race? Because it was absolutely chucking it down there, and of course you had all
Mhm.
three conditions today. You had heavy rain, light rain, and then slicks at the end.
Oh, The wet weather racing on this game is just it's awful. It's probably the worst it's ever been. And I haven't really done that much like racing in the wet before, even on career mode. But I kind of knew that if I just kept it like on the track, I should be okay. I'm surprised I actually had the pace. In all fairness, I wasn't expecting to do so well in the wet, but these things happen, and I got lucky today.
Well, I'm potentially lucky, but you do always make your own luck. And of course, and then when it was towards the end, then it was getting very fruitful. How tempted was you because to like stick your nose in there because it was getting very fruitful between Jidder and Marsky, and you just sat there probably enjoying the show. But how difficult was it as a racing driver to like, oh, I want to have a dive?
There were a couple of times that when I saw a couple of them go wide a couple of times, should I say, I was tempted to go for it. I was like, if I can just stay behind them, I've got no penalties at that time. I should be okay. And then it got to the point where I had penalties. So then, obviously, on the last lap, myself and Marvsky, we had a little bit of a battle, especially going into the final chicane. So yeah, it was difficult to try and not put my nose in and ruin myself, if that makes sense.
There was one moment, I think, where you was trying to thread the eye of the needle going into the Tamburello chicane, and you
Oh
almost made it
goodness me, yeah,
stick.
yeah, I remember that. Thanks for reminding me of that one. Yeah, my heart rate went up by about 10,000%. So that was a definitely enjoyable moment. I hope the viewers at home enjoyed that moment. But no, I was hoping to go around the outside of the Tamburello chicane, and the door just closed at the last second. I was like, right, I'm just going to have to put brakes on there because I didn't want to ruin anyone else's races, especially as a reserve driver.
Well, you certainly have ruined a lot of people's races today by getting your podium. Fantastic stuff today, Echo. Brilliant job indeed there to come on the podium. On your return as well, brilliant stuff. And that's going to be it, I think, for Imola then. And what a race it was indeed then. And I'm going to have a lie down now because that was incredible. Tomorrow night is Monaco. And Alex is going to take you through the 100% and 78 laps. And goodness gracious me, that's going to be a tough one, isn't it? And then, of course, gold, silver, and bronze for the first time in over 2 seasons is going to be back in the Principality of Monaco. I cannot wait. It's going to be anarchy. As Dan said, that it could be a surprise winner, and we love a surprise winner. We'll see you in Monaco.